Ron Hine. Hello, Mr. Hine.
Ron Hine, 515 Willow. You just passed an ordinance on first reading to authorize a new lease for the Sinatra Park Cafe. I've been interested in this lease because it goes right to the heart of an issue that we've been grappling with since we began our plan for the Hoboken waterfront in 1990. How do you create a truly public waterfront? Our solution was to make a clear delineation between the public and the private spaces. And our line in the sand was Sinatra Drive. Everything on the riverside of Sinatra Drive would become a continuous public park. All the private uses, the residential, commercial, retail, and that includes restaurants and bars, would go on the west side of Sinatra Drive on the upland blocks. So we fought successfully over these many years to make sure that that happened. But there are a few exceptions, the Sinatra Park Cafe being one. So for the past 10 years, the city has leased the Sinatra Park Cafe to an exclusive high-end restaurant. The initial construction of Sinatra Park was made possible from a grant from the state's Green Acres program. This grant required any lease to be approved by the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection to ensure that it complied with the state regulations. The current lease, starting in 2015, was never approved by the NJDEP. We raised this issue 3 weeks ago after reviewing the city's RFP from last March. The DEP Green Acres regs do not permit restaurants. Affordable concessions catering to park users, however, are allowed. I assume the City of Hoboken has been in discussions with the DEP over this issue, because in reading the new lease, it appears that they have tried to comply with the state regulations. There is another issue, however, that has not been resolved. After the Blue Eyes restaurant started operations in 2015, they added an enclosed patio wrapping around the front of the building. What this did was it intruded on the required 16-foot paved portion of the Hudson River waterfront walkway. So I invite you to go down and look as people are using the walkway, coming from the north and the south, walking, running. They get in front of the Sinatra Park Cafe, and that 16-foot requirement is squeezed down to about 6 feet. So you have another problem here in that another part of the Department of Environmental Protection regulations pertain to the walkway. And in this case, that enclosure presents a violation of those requirements. And the simple solution is to remove that enclosed patio so you just have the original structure, and that would give you the 16-foot required walkway. So if you want to discuss, I communicated all of my concerns to the City Council committee in charge of this and to Director Gonzalez. And if any of you want to discuss this in greater detail, I'm certainly available. I think you all have my number.
Thank you, Mr. Hine.